Well, the other one that Bleacher Report had from this same one, and it's trades that make sense for each of the teams. So they have the Browns getting a third-round pick this year, 73rd overall, third-round pick next year, and trading the Panthers' David Njoku. Reaction to that
Yeah,
one?
yeah. I mean, so it's a third this year, a third next year. I guess it depends. I mean, like there are some tight ends that I really like that are young tight ends, like Hunter Long, from Boston College. Brevin Jordan from Miami is another interesting guy in the third round. So could you use pick 73 to go get somebody like that? Somebody like Tommy Tremble from Notre Dame was a young prospect. If they like some of those guys enough, sure. I mean, the thing with David is I think David could have a very nice season. I definitely do, but he's on the last year of his contract, and maybe David is to the point that he doesn't love the idea of coming back to Cleveland and playing in this offense and splitting time with a bunch of other tight ends in a position that doesn't get a ton of deep downfield targets. So there's some of that. That's internal discussions. That's talking with David's agent. That's a bunch of different things. But if they were to move him for a third this year and a third next year, I think that would be a fine move if they have a nice plan to replace him. I'm high on Harrison Bryant. I think people cooled on him by the end of the year. I think he's still a nice young player at the position. I think Austin Hooper set to bounce back in a nice way. They like Steven Carlson enough to have kept him around for now, what, a third or fourth year. So there are opportunities if they think if they think David is worth just a third this year, let alone getting another third the next year, I could certainly see where they're coming from. And Carolina would benefit from having him. I mean, he's a nice athletic tight end who's, I think David's still only 24 years old coming into his own. He'll play this year. I think he'll play at 25. So he's still very young and he's getting better. He's got to keep fighting for consistency, but he's getting better. So that's an interesting trade.